What's up, guys? I'm Garin Chadwick. I'm a director of content and a fashion photographer, and welcome to my downtown LA loft. All right, so starting off, we have the entryway. I have the front door here. We lead through, we have this like digital winky face that I saw in my head. I don't know, I just put it up. I thought it'd be funny. There's no good reason why it's up there. And here we have the bathroom. I understand the shower might be a little bit bigger than normal. There's a reason for that. So this whole building is commercial coded and they needed wheelchair access. So because of that, there is a giant shower that can fit about 20 people inside with a rain shower, faucet head, whatever you want to call it. I have my rip and dip toilet paper that was given to me by the rip and dip people. It's pretty minimal in here, but it gets the job done, you know? All right, so leading in, we have the kitchen and dining room area. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about it. It's really minimal. I don't do a whole lot of cooking in here. I eat out a lot and I spend way too much money doing that. Living in LA, things get expensive. So I should probably fix that. But yeah, I mean, it's a kitchen. All right, so we have this basketball hoop that I've used maybe like 5 times in my life. It gets really noisy when the ball drops and I don't want to piss my neighbors off, so I rarely use it. These are my skateboards that I've hung, rip and dip and quasi skateboards. I skate a lot, so they're fun. We got this section over here. I got this like kind of island table from Urban Outfitters. I liked it a lot because it wasn't really big and there's not a lot of space in here. So I needed to find ways to like incorporate like really good usability. So these chairs actually mount up here and then come down so you can use them. So it's pretty handy. I take a lot of Polaroids, so I put all of my Polaroids up here and it's just gonna keep expanding as I go. I found this picture at a house just for free for taking. I know it's an IKEA photo, so it's terrible, but I was like, all right, let me do my own spin on it. So I just like tagged up, sometimes people aren't as dope as you thought they were. This is the living room area. I got a few little knickknacks. This whole space, by the way, is always evolving. Like I used to have the TV under here, and then my couches were this way. So the room is always faced different ways. I've been here for about a year and it's just constantly evolving. It's just one of those things where like, you know, it's like a feng shui type of deal. Like as a creator, I need things to feel new and fresh. So I just kind of keep evolving it to match my lifestyle. All right, so we have like my little Banksy book. I keep things again minimal, just, you know, I might put cups in there or whatever when I'm chilling, watching TV. This couch is from B&B Italia. Just a really cool, like modern low profile couch. Again, I don't have a lot of room in here, so I had to find something that was like really low key, low profile. And I will admit, it's probably one of the most uncomfortable couches I've ever laid on in my life, but I love it, we're here for it. I have my off-white pillow that people gave me a lot of flack for on TikTok because I would always have it upside down just to get a little bit more comments. So I thought that was funny, I kind of played into it a little bit. I have my motorcycle helmets here, kind of stashed away. I've been riding for like 12 years. I've had like 6 or 7 different bikes. So they're special to me. I have like fully customized pieces where I have like Bluetooth and speakers and microphone units in here so I can communicate with whoever. So they're just little fun things for me. I have like these artwork pieces back here that are just like terrible Sharpie drawings of a smiley face like the Nirvana. And other than that, I just have a bunch of plants just kind of liven it up. It gets a little stale when everything's like completely white. So I brought a lot of plants in. I think there's probably like a good 50 plants in this unit. Just kind of like bring a little life into it. All right, so this is the bedroom area. This is also probably arguably one of the more known areas of the unit. I did this giant black wall. I don't have a good reason. I just needed something in this space to kind of divide the room up. It was just so white in here and I didn't want like a full black wall. So I was like, what do I do? So I went on Photoshop and actually like made this whole graphic before I even put paint on the wall. Someone on TikTok commented, I said, what do you guys want me to put on there? What else should I do with the unit? And they're like, ooh, make a skateboarder going down. So I just replied to it and I put a little like Sharpie marker on there and made a video out of it. It was kind of funny. I'm just not the best, so it kind of looks like he's going uphill rather than downhill, which is defying physics a little bit, but it still was funny. There's like a lot of components about this room that I've just completely built myself. Like the bed, I was looking for beds and they were like, the ones that I wanted were like $3,000 to $5,000 and I was like, that's not gonna happen. So I went to Home Depot, I made some plans, I built this whole bed by hand. I put like the neon underglow, which is kind of like a fun little add-on. This chest of drawers is actually from IKEA. It used to be white, and again, I wanted to put my own little personal touch on it, so I tagged it up. And yeah, it's just kind of my, my little room here. I put up these lights. I didn't really know how I was gonna like lengthen the wall, so I was kind of like sourcing some images and I came with this idea to put brackets. I went to Home Depot, put these brackets up that are not supposed to be for this, but it works perfectly. And I just kind of like found these Edison bulbs, and then from like World Market, they have these like these cables that allow you to plug lights into them. And so I just kind of like hung the whole thing up, and it's a cool little like extra touch, and it's also dimmable, which is nice. So when you're like at night, it doesn't have to be so crazy bright, kind of be like more of an ambiance. I have this really crazy like square LED light that this company sent me. This company sent me like all the lights in here. There's a bunch of lights in here, that circle light as well. So they're really, really cool company. I got my hats up here. I got my little Akai MPK. It's pretty minimal in here. I don't really like having a busy area because there's so much of my life that just moves around. Like this shirt rack, I've had that in like 15 different positions. So I like to keep things on wheels. I like to be able to move things around. You know, I shoot a lot in here, so I just need it to be, you know, in tune with my lifestyle. So I had plans. I know this wall is like massively white. That at some point I'll have like a shelf and maybe some like hanging plants and stuff, but I want to keep it white because I have a projector that at night I get to just watch my movies and my shows, and I don't have to be on the couch. I can just be in bed. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite things ever. All right, so this is my favorite part of the unit. This is my studio. This is where I get all of my work done. This is where I do so much of my living, and just kind of hang, like it's hard to beat this natural light, so I just love being inside this room. There's also a lot of components that are me. Like I have my desk set up, I have all my cameras. This has been an absolute work in progress. I just wanted some like fun wall where I didn't have to make things perfect. So much of my life is calculated, and this was like an opportunity for me just to like mess around. So it's kind of just like been building. I have friends that have put little pieces up for fun. We'll do like a little mini desk tour. There's not much there. Again, I keep it really minimal, but I have most of my cameras here. I have my Sony a6300 that I use for photography a lot. I also have a film camera that I use for photography. I have this Sony a7S II. This is honestly kind of like a pride and joy because this is a completely custom built camera. The only type of light this lets in is UV light, and the sensor was completely gutted and remade so that it only accepts UV light in. It was for like kind of like an ad project that I was working on. This filter also helps conduct that, so there is like you can't even see normal things. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I have my Blackmagic 6K rig build. This is kind of my baby. I've worked a lot on this. This is kind of more for like my personal projects, doc stuff, and interviews. I have my G drive, I got my plants, my cactus, and then my MacBook Pro. I probably got to get a better chair. I'm struggling to find an aesthetically inclined chair that's comfortable. This one's pretty comfortable, but I could probably do a little bit better with my back. We have my neon sign right here of my brand Mad Rabbit. Got like my guitar. This bear is a must-have. If you guys don't have a bear, please go get one. I got this off of Amazon, and then I went to Home Depot and got this chain so I could get him a little bit more like gangster, you know what I'm saying? Everyone loves him. He's a fan favorite. I got this like red light from Melrose Trading Post. Super fun, kind of like a vintage light. And then my friend Planty Feels makes these really, really cool like basketball planters. So she made me a custom made one of those. I just picked out the basketball and she did the rest. Super dope. Over here, I have like this really old ammo box. This was actually my grandpa's from the war. It's like something that I don't even think you could find at this point. So I love that. I just have like a simple bench area. Kept it really, really minimal, but like still utilizable. So it's like something I can move around a lot for shoots and everything. This backdrop, I put up these brackets myself. I did everything in here myself. It's been a lot of projects. This is one of my favorite things though, because with backdrops, I needed something that I could just like hoist up and down. And like, if you know anything about backdrops, this thing's like 12 feet in the air right now. And it's not possible without a ladder to like go up there and bring the paper down. And you can't really just like let things go. So I put these magnets on them. I went to Home Depot. I put magnets that are like attached to a steel bar on the bottom so it keeps it taut and weighted. I'll show you in a second, I can like roll it up, but it's probably one of my favorite things I invented, and like, I don't know, I feel like everyone should do it, and I'm amazed no one's selling a thing like this. All right, so this is a piece I did purely because I was bored. I'm able to get away with it for like photography and everything like that because I actually sized it to where I can hide it behind the backdrop. So yeah, I don't know, I just kind of like, I did it one night. I just wanted to put something up there to kind of like bring in a little bit more of the artistic value in the space. I hardly ever show it. My backdrop's almost always down because I shoot a lot, but it's something fun that I did. There's like a lot of really cool coffee shops and vintage stores and restaurants in Arts District. I do go to those, but honestly, this building has so much to offer. So on it, like if you guys want to, I can show you around.
Yeah, check it out. Cool.
All right, dope, let's do it. Let's go. All right guys, we are downstairs outside now. I'm gonna show you the rest of the building. We have a plant shop right behind me. We have a cafe with a coffee shop inside, and there's also a barber shop and tattoo studio. So let's go check it out. All right, so this is plants on 8th. We have like all of the little plants with their pots. I get a few of my plants here. It's like inside of this garage door, which is really cool on the inside of the shop. So let's go down to the coffee shop and we'll see the rest. All right, so welcome to Academy. This is the coffee shop and barber shop and tattoo shop. This is actually one of the places where I eat about 90% of my food. There's the most amazing breakfast sandwiches and burritos. There's like a club sandwich that's just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's probably the best thing I've ever had. Everyone in here is super dope. It's like a little family. All right, so one of the dope things about being in downtown LA is most of us have rooftops. So this is my rooftop. There's like a little mini lounge area behind you, but the view honestly kind of speaks for itself. And I actually go up here a lot. I'll show you. And I hang out here. It's beautiful. It's just me against the world. But thank you guys so much for coming down, and you know, thank you for seeing how I live a little bit. This is where I spend like 70% of my time. So thank you for coming out. If you guys want to check out some of my work, you can go to my Instagram at Garin.Chadwick. And yeah, thanks so much. Peace.